Hello everyone, welcome to the Rise of the Tamils channel. Today in this video, we are going to look at how traffic infrastructure is being constructed near a school in US. The reason for this video is something that happened in my childhood. When I was in my 12th grade, we had one of an unfortunate incidents happen and a kid lost his life. So the question has been boggling my mind how to avoid all of this. I'll explain you exactly what happened. So as soon as the kid who got out of the bus, he ran in front of his bus, right? I mean, as we all know, kids run everywhere. And there was a car that was coming behind the bus and it hit him directly and the kid lost his life. The unfortunate incident was his elder brother, who also got alighted from the bus. He saw this tragic accident. Just remember the trauma that the elder brother has to go through. The family were in a desperate situation just because his father was a marine engineer and he was somewhere stuck in the middle of the sea near Vishakhapatnam. So this question has been boggling my mind. How would we avoid all of these incidents when kids go to school and they come home safe? Now, the answer for this, I got this here in the US. I'm going to show you what exactly is happening in the US and how kids' life are being treated very preciously and how this incidents could be avoided in India also. In Rise of the Tamils channel, we don't talk about only the problems but also the solution. So, as soon as you come near your school, you have to warn the drivers that you are going to approach a school school limit, right? So, how do you do that? You can see that they have a sign here which says a school is ahead, which means that you can see that someone is walking a kid, which means that they are nearing a school. So all the drivers will be a little extra cautious as soon as they saw the sign, because there is a school that is right there. So now we are come very close to the school. The school boundary is going to start now. So what is this exactly? Now if you actually look at it, this says that the school, when it is school hours, then your speed limit should be only 20 miles per hour. How do they enforce this? How do they enforce that it is 20 miles per hour? If you look at the top of this, there will be a light there. The light will start glowing when it is school hours. Now, how do we know what are the school hours? It clearly says that from 7:05 a.m. to 8:05 a.m. it's the school hours, and from 2:55 p.m. to 3:55 p.m. during school days it is school hours, and during the school hours you have to drive in 20 miles per hour. So let's say you are a careless driver. You don't know whether the school is on, whether the school hours are on. Basically, what will happen is, at the top of the light, that light which is yellow in color, it will start blinking during the school hours. So even if you're driving, you'll notice that yellow light and you'll go slow and you'll drive at 20 miles per hour. You can also see that they have a radar here, speed limit. So if you're driving more than 25 or 30 during school hours, you can see this board and you'll reduce the speed. Why are they trying to reduce the speed? Because if you really think about it, when you want to apply brakes, the way you will apply brakes is when you are driving in 20 miles per hour, then when you are applying brakes, the brakes will stop, the car will come to a complete halt immediately. But let's say you're driving at 40 miles per hour. If you're driving at 40 miles per hour and when kids are going around during the school hours, it becomes very difficult for you to stop the car. And that is why they want you to drive only at 20 miles per hour during school hours. So how do I know that I have come to a school boundary, right? So basically what happens is they will set boundaries, a north boundary and a south boundary when you are near a school. If you actually look at this road here, you can see that there is a white marking across the road, which means that we have come to a school boundary and the school boundary starts here. So you have to start going slow at 20 miles per hour from this place all the way to the other side where it ends the school zone. So I told you, right, there was a school zone and there was a marking in the road which we saw, a white marking in the road which we saw, which basically means that you entered the school zone territory and you have to go in 20 miles per hour. Now, let's say you have dropped your child off and you want to go to the other side or you want to come back. How do we know that we can go at 30 or 40 miles per hour, which is a normal speed limit here? Now, as soon as you are coming close by, you could see that there is a sign here, end school zone, which means the school zone has now ended and you can go in at the speed limit which is set as 30 miles per hour. So, now we have come to the school. The school is right there, right? If you see that, that's an elementary school and you see that the school is right there. They also have the same sign again here because they don't want the kids to get hurt. So they have put these signs everywhere when you are close to a school zone, which means that you have to drive only in 20 miles per hour. You should not use cell phone. And if you use cell phone, then you're going to be fined for $200. Now, if you come back, actually, you could see that there is a pathway here for the kids to drive their cycles and people to walk towards the school. And if you come here, there is another sign here. Let me show you that sign too. The sign clearly says that you should not park your car during school hours, which is from 7 a.m. I mean during the school hours, which is from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. and from 2 to 4 p.m. during school days. You should not park your car here. So they are making sure that everyone is safe and secure, and the kids are safe and secure, and they put up all the sign everywhere around the school. Now we have come exactly to the school, right opposite to the school. You could see here that there is a crosswalk sign here, which means there are kids that are going to cross the road. And if you actually look at the road, they have markings here which clearly mentions that when someone is crossing the road, the cars needs to stop. It is a state law. It clearly mentions that it is a school state law that when there are pedestrians who are crossing this road, then they have to stop, which means the cars that are going in and coming out should stop for the pedestrians. This makes the kids to feel safe when they are walking across, and there are actually volunteers who stand here and make sure that the rules are being followed during school hours. So let's say that you have dropped your kids there, right? You have dropped your kids, the teachers are going to take care of them, they're going to send the kids inside the school. You are coming out, you are pulling out from your car. When you pull out from your car, you can see that there are two arrows that are pointing here in the road itself, and it actually shows only one direction, which means you cannot go back inside to the school in the same way. This is a one way. The reason they do this is, and they also have these two stop signs right at the exit of the school, which means that you have to come to a complete stop and then you have to go out, because there could be kids that could be crossing the road here, or there could be some other cars that are pulling in, and you don't want to create an accident. So here, do not enter sign here. You know why? Because that is an one way, and when the cars are pulling out from the school, you don't want other cars to go inside. That is why the entrance of the school, they have this do not enter sign to make sure that none of the cars go in this one way. We are right next to the school. You can see that they have a speed radar gun here. You know why? Because they want everyone who is driving by to be cognizant of the speed in which they are driving. So during school hours, when someone is driving fast, it is for them to understand that they cannot drive more than 20 miles per hour, because kids could get hurt, seriously hurt, if you are going more than 20 miles per hour and they get into an accident. So that is why they have installed this speed radar. And if you actually look at it, is actually a solar speed radar. And if you actually look at another screen right outside the school, it says, please be mindful of our students, 20 miles per hour. The government, the US government, is giving utmost importance to the kids, because they are the next future generation of USA. Now we have come to the end of the video. As I told you at the start of the video, I saw the solution on how I could save the kids' life when they are alighting from a school bus. In the US, especially when the kids go to the school in school bus, you could see that there is a pattern. The pattern is almost all the school buses in the US will be in yellow color, and there would be a red paint on top of it. So the yellow paint which has some black stripes on it. You could have seen this in the Dark Knight movie itself. So where they will be showing the Joker riding a school bus. So what is so special about the school buses? Now the school bus, if you actually look at it, basically what will happen is, as soon as the school bus comes to a complete stop and some of the kids are going to get down, basically what happens is the driver of the school bus will press a button. The button, what it will do is, it will extend an arm like this, which will have a stop sign on it. So the stop sign comes out as soon as the school bus stops and the kids are ready to get down from the school bus. The stop sign comes out and the light starts blinking. Once the light starts blinking, basically what happens is, the drivers who are in the cars or two-wheelers, they know exactly that the kids are going to come out of the school bus now, so it is their time to stop. So when a stop sign gets extended, and when the lights come on, the cars that are in front of the school bus and the cars that are behind the school bus, they will come to a complete stop. They will halt, because they want the kids to be safe. So once the school bus comes and the stop sign is on now, the kids have to get down, they have to cross the road, and then they will go to their parents. Once the driver ensures that the kids are very safe, they cross the road safely and they have gone to their parents, then she will turn off the stop sign, in which case the stop sign will come to the bus again, and then they can proceed their course. If this process has been followed in India, I think we could have saved the kid's life who lost his life in the accident. So this is something which I think every Indian school bus should have, because it is imperative that the future generation of India is being saved. When Seeman and Naam Tamilar Katchi comes to power, this is how we are going to ensure that the safety of the children is safeguarded and it is given a very high priority. If you like this video, Please like and also share it to others. Thanks. I'll see you in the next video.